Today we're talking about how to not hate working out and how do you get rid of that loose skin after weight loss. Hey, I'm Matt from Matt Lane Fitness. Welcome to the Ask a Mel Fit Show. It's exactly what it looks like. You ask your fitness questions and I answer them. I'm a personal trainer, registered nurse, and a behavioral change specialist. I love this stuff. Been doing it about 13, 14 years. I hope that you will drop your questions down below because two of the questions from today's episode is actually going to be pulled from one of my previous videos. So big shout out to Atlas Guitar and Brandon H. I really appreciate the both of you. Let's dive into it. Here we go. First one was a friggin' awesome comment. So, Brandon H says, love your approach to this guy with a more negative approach. I think we've all been there, but the key is not to stay there. Great way to put that. We choose daily what to focus on. I would encourage that the commenter with this year, I went through a divorce, my mom passed, and my car died. I hit a valley hard. When I moved out into a new place, I started walking every day and started therapy. Good for you. I've always tried to go all in with fitness and almost always failed. My approach now is the same as my life in this season. Start with something small like walking daily to prove to yourself that you can do it. You're exactly right. The habit. You have to form that habit. Build on that consistency instead of focusing on what you can't do. Yes. Shift to what you can. Maybe you won't look like Arnold because of your wrist injury, but that doesn't mean that you have to look like Fat Albert either. I got a chuckle the first time I read that because it's a great way to put it. You've got options and you have people in your corner. Anyone that puts you down about how you look are probably more insecure about themselves than the comments they throw your way. That is Brandon killing it. Unless they come at it in a concerned, loving way, those people aren't the best to keep around who are tearing you down. Anyone struggling out there, I feel you and I understand, but sometimes we can't control what happens to us, but we can always control how we perceive it. Thanks for what you do, Matt. Keep up the good work. Brandon H., you keep up the good work. Holy crap. I read that the first time and I responded back in the comments like, holy shit, man, what a great comment. And seriously, this is the type of comment that brings me so much joy. And I want you to realize that it's not bringing me joy because he's saying, Matt, you're so great. He didn't do that. He's sharing. And I think he's ultimately trying to encourage by sharing his story. And that's what I want to invoke. That's what's so cool. That's what really creates, I think, reach and this furthering this conversation. All right. On to the next one. Brandon, seriously, I really, really appreciate you. You the man. All right. So, Atlas Guitar. Atlas is now like a regular on this show, so I appreciate you, Atlas. He said, loving this. I'll go ahead and throw out something else I'm curious about. Please always do. So having lost 100 plus pounds, holy shit balls. That's a lot, man. Congrats. Most of which from the stomach area. I've got a lot of flab, loose skin more than anything. It doesn't bother me at all that much, so I don't really consider surgery to remove it or anything. Spit it out, Matt. But are there things I can do to counteract this, outside of just waiting for my skin to slowly conform better to my body? I lost most of that 100 pounds within a year, and over the last year I've struggled a bit learning how to maintain, but am at a good place now. As far as I am aware, it's quite likely that the large amount of weight I lost over a comparatively short period of time means it's not unlikely my skin will never fully do this on its own, but I've not looked into it a whole lot. So, I'll be honest with you. When I started doing some research for this question, I didn't think that there was much to be done other than this. The more muscle you have and the less body fat you have, it's basically going to camouflage it, okay? So if you have more muscle there and then you have less body fat, it's basically going to make it look less of appearance of that flab that you're calling it, right? Or that loose skin. So I started doing some digging into what that actually meant. Like, why is this the case, right? Why do we actually have that loose skin after weight loss? Hey, Nova, you want to cool it in there? I'm trying to shoot a video here. Trying to change lives, okay? Quit it. So ultimately, this is it. Collagen and elastin in elastin fibers, these things get smaller and less abundant when you gain that weight. And I'm going to drop some studies down below that you can check out a little bit more in depth. But basically, there was a study done where they took 30 individuals, grouped them into 3 different groups, and they basically took samples of this loose skin, put it under a microscope to see. Basically, you had some people that had lost some weight, some people that had lost a holy crap amount of weight, and they found that in the people that lost a lot of weight, that had a much more loose skin, the elastin and collagen was much more worn out. It was much thinner. So there have been some things that have come up that have said that collagen peptides and supplements can help, but honestly, I don't know what the efficacy of that is, so I wouldn't lean on that. So other than the things I just mentioned, I really thought that was it. I was like, okay, that's probably it. But there is something called radiofrequency treatment. This is done by a plastic surgeon, and there is an actual FDA-regulated device that this is done on. So this is not like alternative medicine. This is an actual treatment. Now, I can't speak to the benefit of it and how well it does because I'm just not in that world. But it does seem like radiofrequency treatment is something that can be done. And ultimately how radiofrequency treatment is working is there's this heat through the radiofrequency treatment that is stimulating collagen production, and the collagen is what's going to help with that elasticity. So I hope that helps. It seems like there are some things that can be done aside from just like skin removal. Work on building that muscle, dropping the fat, and I think that's going to hide things as much as you want. And it sounds like you're not too conscious of it, which honestly, I'd look at it as battle scars. I'd be proud to show it. That's just me. Moving on to the last question. I hate working out, and I don't know how to change it. Well, Uncle Matty's got the answer. I don't know why I've now said Uncle Matty twice, but I'm going to keep doing it if I want to. I started working out F45, which I believe that's like a super high intense P90X type thing, that type of world, around 6 months ago, and I've been consistent with going to the gym 4 to 6 times a week. Good for you, but I absolutely hate it. Not good for you. Okay. I'm starting to slip out of the commitment as of the past 3 weeks, saying, oh, I'll just go tomorrow, or I went yesterday. I get it. It makes sense. I do have friends that go to the same gym. I've lost 25 pounds, so it's not like I'm not seeing results. I want to stay motivated and keep going, but I just want to grit my teeth. Has anyone else felt like this? How do you get motivated and excited about exercise? Here's the thing. To the person out there, alternate banana is your name. If you do not enjoy what you are doing, you will not stick to it. There is no amount of willpower in the world that is going to get you to stick to it. Do not kid yourself. And also, don't blame yourself. Don't be like, oh, I'm a bad person for this, or I'm lazy for this, or I can't hack it. That's not it. It would be like going to a job that you hate. You're gonna hate it. And if you hate it, you don't want to do it. There's no way around it. That doesn't feel wrong, I would hope, that you're like, oh crap, I should enjoy this job that I hate and keep working here. No, you should get another job. And it's the same thing here. There are so many different categories or things you can do to work on your fitness goals. Sounds like dropping fat. Walking is hugely slept on. Play some basketball. Want to play some tennis? Do a sport? Go rowing? There's so much you can do, and there's too much in life to be done to be miserable with fitness. So congrats on your 25 pounds down, but I highly encourage you to have that fitness maturity and get out of this F45 thing that sucks and go find something that you enjoy. Myself, high intensity interval training currently, I can't stand it. And guess what? I don't do it. And you don't have to. So go find something you want to do. If you're looking for fitness plans based in behavior change and science, it's exactly what I do. And it's not F45. So check it out down below. It's in the description if you want to see it. To the Mental Fit Mafia, to the patrons, and to the people that are commenting constantly, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You don't have to be perfect at this fitness thing. Just be better than yesterday. Every day.